Hello friends, and welcome back to the Mothership. It is Cinco De Mayo, which means we are cooking up tacos. And not just any tacos, we are doing smoked chicken tinga tacos. Let's get started. Okay, now what I have here is a chicken. I wet brined this chicken overnight with a ratio of 1 tablespoon of kosher salt to 1 cup of water. Left it in there, like I said, for maybe about 18 hours. That's enough time to get all of the salt into the meat. That's going to really help it so it doesn't dry out when we're smoking it. Now, we are going to be essentially pulling this chicken, so I don't actually need the skin on here. So I'm going to pull all of the skin off, but I'm not going to use the wing meat when we actually do this, so I'm actually going to pull the wings off and cook those separately. So take the 2 wings off, set those aside, and like I said, we are going to pull all of the skin off of this bird. There we go, skin removed. I'm just going to take off a little bit of this really nasty junk, the membrane underneath. You don't have to take all of it, a lot of it will burn off, but I want to get a little bit of it off because I don't want it to, I don't want to put my rub onto it and then have it come off and then the rub just disappears. But in general, I think this is okay. All right, now speaking of rub, let's put a rub together and toss it on this chicken. Now I thought I'd just film myself putting together our ingredients, but obviously I didn't hit the record button. But here's our ingredients. I will have them all down below. Probably gonna need a double or maybe triple the amount that I have listed here, but this is the ratio. Get all of your ingredients together. You'll notice there's no extra salt. That's because we have tons of salt already in this bird. So you can really go crazy with your, or liberal, I guess you could say, with the amount of seasoning you put on here. No salt, not gonna be a problem. But what we wanna do is get this bird coated down with our homemade rub. All right, now other than making a mess, I'd say this is ready to go. As far as smoking, our goal here is just to get this to 160 degrees. As far as our game plan, we are going to smoke the bird. We are going to smoke our ingredients. Once the bird is done, we're going to take it inside, pull it. We are going to combine all of our other ingredients for our sauce. Then we are going to put the chicken back in there and continue to smoke it. So the goal here is just to get a bunch of smoke onto this bird and bring it to a final temperature of about 160 degrees inside of our breast. We don't want the breast over 160 degrees, probably because we were doing low and slow, you could probably pull it about 150, but don't go above 160 total. You don't want this to dry out. Even though we wet brined it, it can dry out. But what we're gonna do now, get our smoker up at about 250 and throw this on. And then we'll come back and start to think about getting some vegetables on there to get them nice and roasted too. I just threw our chicken on. Now it's time to take care of our vegetables. We're gonna smoke all these. We just want them to get nice and tender. We're only going to use about a half of this pepper, but I'm going to cut it in half, remove the seeds and the shenanigans on the inside. We're also going to go with about a whole onion. I'm just going to remove the outer layer and cut it in half. Then we're going to want some tomatoes. We want about a pound, which is kind of about 4 of these on the vine tomatoes. And I'm going to cut them in half as well. Then lastly, I want some garlic. So I'm going to take an entire head of garlic. I'm just going to cut the top off like this, so that the tops are all exposed. Get off a little bit of this excess here, the excess skin. We're not going to need that. We don't have to go crazy. And then for all of this, we want to just give it a coating of olive oil. Now everything can obviously go directly onto your rack. I'm going to use one of these slotted pans. It just makes it a little bit easier to get on and off. And this is going to go onto the smoker with our chicken. We're going to run it for probably about an hour. We just want everything to get nice and tender, get on some smoky flavor. So I'm going to go outside and toss these on with the chicken. Now I let the vegetables run a little bit longer than an hour. We're about an hour and maybe 20 minutes. I think the peppers, tomatoes, and onions are ready to go. Garlic I want to soften just a little bit longer. So I'm going to let the garlic stay on for until the actual cloves get soft. I might actually leave the onions on for a little bit, but like, this is good. This is nice and soft. Tomatoes nice and soft. Ready to come in. I'm going to let them cool off completely before we actually get with making the sauce. I want them to stop cooking before we move ahead. Chicken is about 130 degrees, so a little bit of time to go on that as well. All right, chicken has finished cooking. I've taken off, put in some tin foil. We're going to shred it shortly and put into our sauce. But for now, we need to make that sauce. We have all of our vegetables that were nice and roasted and smoked. We're going to get out our handy dandy food processor and we're going to puree them. Now we don't need all of this garlic. I'm only going to throw in like maybe 5 cloves worth. Into this mixture, I'm going to add in 2 chipotles with Adobe Sauce. Basically just find a pepper in there somewhere and scoop it in. Then I'm also going to add in 2 tablespoons of olive oil. 2 teaspoons of kosher salt, and 2 teaspoons of dried oregano. With all that together, let's give it a good pulse. And just like that, we are done. Just make sure there's no big chunks in there. Looks perfect. Now what I'm going to do is take a pan. This is just an aluminum tray. You can use, whatever you've got that would fit all of this juice and then all of our chicken. But we are just going to pour this in here. Now, if you want some more liquid in here, I'd probably recommend a little bit of vinegar. You could definitely do a can of tomato sauce, something like that. But I'm fine with this. This should be okay. And as it heats up, it's going to loosen out a bit. But what we need to do now is get our chicken and get it into this sauce. Here's our beautiful looking bird. I'm just going to roughly grab big chunks of meat and just toss them in. It doesn't need to be, anything uniform. We're just looking for something that's going to be able to sit into your taco. Obviously try not to get any bones in there. All right, I'd say that chicken's picked pretty well clean, so I'm just going to get everything mixed together here. I want to make sure that I don't just have big pockets of breast meat. I want to kind of have the whole chicken. I want to have all the different types, cuts of meat in there. That'll give it a nice better bite when you actually assemble your tacos. And there we go. And the last step now, guys, is I'm going to throw this back onto the smoker. I want to do 2 things. I want to heat everything up so it's nice and warm when we eat into it. I want everything to congeal together, let the flavors kind of meld together. And I also want to put a little bit more smoke on there. Now, you can do this step for as long as you want, but we really just want to make sure that we don't dry it out. So definitely monitor it. If you need to add more liquid, like I said, vegetable stock, tomato sauce, anything like that would be good here. We don't really want to change the flavor profile too much. And if you put a little bit of tin foil on top, you're obviously not going to get any smoke on there, which kind of defeats the purpose. But for now, I'm going to get my smoker back up and running at about 225, 250. We're going to throw this back on, let everything heat up again, congeal, come back together, and then we will come and see just how we did. Spoiler, it's going to be delicious. Our chicken tinga has had time to get nice and smoky and get up to temperature, which means it's not going to be super cold when we eat it, which is obviously what you want. Now, I'll be honest with you guys, we eat tacos at least once a week, maybe twice a week, sometimes 3 times a week. So we do a lot of tacos around here at the UFOBBQ. These chicken tingas are a bit of a pain to make. You got to smoke up a whole bunch of different ingredients. You got to clean up a whole bunch of stuff when you're making them, so it is kind of a pain. But you know what? It's Cinco De Mayo, so we're going to go the extra mile, which we did, and cooked up some delicious chicken. Now, as far as plating these suckers, I have a nice warm tortilla. I also added in a little bit of Queso Blanco, some cilantro. I put some sour cream on there just because I love sour cream, but that's not necessary. And then a little bit of lime juice is obviously necessary for these types of tacos. Now, I'd love to give you guys a nice margarita recipe for your Cinco de Mayo, but to be honest, it's not actually Cinco de Mayo. That's the magic of YouTube. I'm doing this well beforehand, but you know what? Have a good adult beverage for yourself. Specifically, if it's a margarita, enjoy that. But what's important here is how do our tacos taste, and I am starving. Everything smells really good, and it's time to give it the old-fashioned chomp. I mean, look at that chicken. That looks great to me. Oof, I don't even know if you can see that, but it smells really good, nice and smoky. Let's see how we did, guys. You can't beat that. That is fantastic. It is nice and smoky. Everything is super juicy. Nothing's overcooked. Oof, you get all those flavors. You get all the vegetables. Get a little bit of spice from those peppers. This is really, really good. Chicken is fantastic. Everything is just exactly where I want it to be. If you're looking to go the extra mile this Cinco de Mayo, and especially if you're trying to do something that takes a little bit more effort and you really want to get some smoke on there, I highly recommend this one. Chicken tinga is really, really good. It takes a little bit of planning, and it definitely means you have to clean up a lot of stuff, but I highly recommend it. And if you guys do end up trying this one, let me know what your thoughts are down below. If not, let me know what you guys are cooking up this Cinco de Mayo, and if you guys cook a lot of tacos. But most importantly, you get out there and cook something absolutely fantastic. And I will see you at the next UFOBBQ. Bye-bye.